Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. I pray that your week is off to an amazing start. I know that my week started off wonderful. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please do me a favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. But I pray that your week is off to a great start. I had an amazing weekend. I got the opportunity to celebrate my grandson's second birthday. Mr. JoJo turned 2. Then I had the pleasure of celebrating my beautiful niece's birthday on Sunday. And so she turned 14. Life is just happening here and is happening in your life. So I pray that you guys had a great weekend and your week is off to an amazing start. Again, please do me a favor, put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love to give you a shout out. Again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Um, I want you guys to know that right now, Xfinity is working on my internet. So if I go out, I'm gonna come right back on. But they sent out a notice that they're gonna be working on my Xfinity, not just mine, but the neighborhood. And I'm like, why would you have to work on it right now when I'm trying to do a live? hi, Sunshine from India. Oh my God. Thank you so much. All my your grandchildren are a blessing. They surely are. I have been blessed to have two of them, and they're two boys, Giovanni and Jalen, and they are the love of my life. And so you're right. And thank you so much for joining me from India. Wow, look at God. Amazing. And so tonight's chat comes from a husband out in Los Angeles, California. He says, Dr. Gail, I've been married 8 years. I have two children, and my wife is so boring in the bed. I don't know what to do. I know for a fact that I've been putting it down ever since we met in the bedroom. So she has no excuse to be boring. Can you please help me figure out how to make her not so boring in the bed? Because it's not me, it is her. Signed, a husband that wants his wife to enjoy and be happy in bed. Wow. Oh, Sunshine, you have three. Yeah, having three grandchildren, like I said, it's a blessing. It has changed Gil and I's life, and we wouldn't know what to do without those little boys. They are a ray of sunshine. They they get away with a lot more than our children, but it's okay because we spoil them and we can send them back home to their parents. Hi, Dennis. How are you? You also from India? Wow, y'all are all right with me. Um, so anyway, I appreciate you guys for getting on. And so tonight I want to talk to this husband that said his wife is boring in bed. Now, I want to correct something that he said, that he knows that he's throwing it down, right? He knows that he's throwing it down in his mind. And like I said, I have not talked to him and I have not talked to his wife, of course, right? But let me just tell you that anytime somebody sends me a um a wife chat, I always reach back out to the person and I tell them a couple of things. I ask more questions if I'm not clear, and I also will tell them that when I'm going to feature their chat, right? And he says he knows he's throwing it down, right? And it's not him. Now, my question back to him was, how do you know that it's, even though you might think you're throwing it down, your wife might not be engaged and she might be boring in bed because you're not throwing it down for her. You might be throwing it down in your mind, but you might not be sending her to want to be able to engage. So I want to start off with that, okay? I don't know because I didn't get a response back, okay? But let me give you some framework why your wife might be bored in bed. And let me give you some things that you can do in order to maybe wake her up and spice things up. Okay. Number one, maybe she is shy, right? You said that she had two children. You guys only been married 8 years, right? And again, I didn't get a chance to figure out how far spaced out the children are, but she might be shy about her body. She might be in a situation where she still is in postpartum depression. Again, I don't know the age of the children, but she might just be shy. She might be having some body image situations going on, or she might be smack dab in postpartum depression. And for you men, yeah, I know you think, okay, the child is a toddler, she should be over it. Let me just tell you, clinically, you can be in postpartum depression for 10 years or more. Not most women stay there, but a lot of women do struggle with postpartum depression. Even though your baby didn't turn into a toddler, she still could be there. Okay. I like desire, but not because of things going on in our bedroom, hormones levels. And that I'm going to talk about that too, Sunshine. Okay. And so she might have some body issue going on. She could be in postpartum depression. Number two, she might be just stressed out, right? So many women are stressed out, and it's not always because of what we have going on at home. It could be stuff going on at work. It could be that she put too many things on her plate. It could be job demands. It could be being a mother of two children. We don't know how old they are. We know they're probably under the age of 8, right? House demands, being a wife. You don't understand how much this world, not just women but men, are stressed out, right? And if you are desiring sex, or you have a high sex drive, and she feels like that's something else that is added to her plate, right? It could be that she has nothing left to give you by the end of the day. I'm not saying that's right. What I'm saying is I have been there before, having, children, stressed out, give a very demanding job. Right before I started doing this, I was running 26 retail stores. It was just a lot. So I had nothing left to give Gil at the end of the night, right? I didn't. And so yes, I was just like, okay, this is something else I got to do, right? And so I'm just saying it might be that she is stressed out. Number three, again, you might think that you're satisfying her sexually, and you're not. And my question is that if she's boring in the bedroom, have you stepped outside of yourself and your ego, because you was very clear that you think you're putting it down, and ask her, am I pleasing you sexually, right? And that's the reason why doing a marriage checkup every 6 months is so important in your marriage. Just because something worked 6 months ago might not work now, because our bodies are constantly changing, our minds are constantly changing, we're receiving new information, our hormones are changing, your hormones are changing. It's a lot going on this earth. Okay, so you need to check up. Even though what used to work for a woman or a man a year ago might not work now. And that's the reason why you have to open your mouth and have constant conversations about your sex life, about your finances, all of these different kind of things. But when is the last time you ask your wife, or am I pleasing you sexually? Are you getting anything out of this? Are you orgasming? Or am I touching you in the right places? Those are questions that you need to ask. Okay. Number four, it could be some unresolved issues that she's not ready to talk about, or she's tried to talk to you about, and you just put on ignore and said it's not a big deal. And so she's harboring unforgiveness towards you. So it's hard for her to give you her body and be engaged when she is feeling like you really don't care about her outside of the bedroom. So it could be some unresolved issues that she's harboring, that she is walking in unforgiveness. And again, I'm just giving you some things that I deal with on a regular basis with my clients and stuff like that, that people are not having meaningful conversations about. And so it could be that. And number five, she might have some medical conditions going on and she really doesn't understand what's going on with her bodies. Just like Sunshine said, it could be hormone issues. She might have some hormone imbalances that she needs to get addressed. She could, sex could be painful, and that's the reason why she's not engaged. It could be that she's having vaginal dryness. It could be that she's in menopause. It could be so many different things. Even though you're saying that y'all have two children under the age of you only been married 8 years. At the end of the day, I don't know how old you guys are, but it could be so many things going on, and she might have some medical issues that she's not aware of, and therefore her libido is low. She's just there doing it just because she feels that's her wifely duties, which is not the will of God, and that is not something that he desires. He desires that we are able to give and to receive pleasure, right? But when you have unbalanced hormones and your libido is low and you're stressed out and you have so many things going on and you're dealing with two little kids, you could have some medical issues and you just keep putting it off. And she just thinks, oh, it's just because, I'm tired, I'm stressed, or whatever. So, my thing to you as her husband is to come off your high horse, right? And don't think that you're putting it down so much, because it might be the case that you're not. I'm not saying that you're not, I'm just saying it might be. And ask her some questions. Have a conversation outside of the bedroom and tell her how much you love her, tell her how much you appreciate her, and tell her, I'm willing and I'm wanting to know, what can I do to make our sex life go to another level, and to make sure that you're fully there present, because I feel that you're not there present, and I want to help you get in a position where you're enjoying sex and that you're giving and receiving pleasure. Okay. And so I pray that this chat has helped someone, because this husband is not the only one in this situation. I get couples from around the world that are dealing with sexless marriages, or people who are just laying there, and it's like wham bam, thank you sir or ma'am. And that is not the will of God for your marriage. And if you're having some kind of difficulties and you can't pinpoint them, that's the reason why I went back to school and became a licensed sexologist, because I understand what it is to be in a sexless marriage that I created, because I had hormone issues, I had unforgiveness issues, I had communication issues, I had all kind of stuff. But I also know what it is to correct it. Okay. And so, if you want to talk to me, make sure you visit my website, gailcrowder.com. Schedule a free discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to help you and help you win in your marriage. Okay. Sex used to be wipe me out for two wow because of the pain. And see, that's not the will of God. Sex should not be painful. And my prayer is that you did receive some help. One real quick thing: if there is not any endometriosis, if there's not any fibroids or anything like that, I suggest that you get a really good lube, because sometimes as we age and mature, the lining of our uterus and stuff gets very, very thin. And so, therefore, insertion and penetration becomes very painful, Sunshine. So, make sure that you have a really good lube. I'm not talking about KY jelly. I'm talking about a really, really good lube. Pure Romance, just like me, is one of the best natural lubes on the market. It wets up just like your body, and it does not break you out or anything like that. There's a couple of lubes and stuff I can talk to you about. A good clean loving that you can get off of Amazon is a great lube. I just, if there's a problem with lubes and stuff like that, Oh, okay. You have fibromyalgia. Okay, I understand that, but again, try to get you a really really good lube, and that will help you with insertion. Also, make sure that look into doing some different sex positions, to take some of the pressure off as well, because it could be just is the way he's inserting could be painful. Well, if you get yourself a really good lube, and start off with a water-based lube, but if you get yourself a really good lube and try some different positions, it could help with insertion and make sex less painful. I hope that helps you. Okay. um is there any other questions or any other comments? Again, if you guys want me to answer anything here on Wife Chat, just know I'm an open book. I will never tell your name. I just need to know where you're located. Tell me your situation, and I will always respond back to you the way you responded to me, and tell you when I'm going to answer your question. Please keep the questions coming. I truly appreciate you guys. I started Wife Chat, as you guys know, 7 years ago now, because I was bored. I just had my surgery. I went on here and was answering a question, and I've been doing it for the last 7 years. And I absolutely love connecting with you guys. I absolutely love your questions. I absolutely love your comments. Some of your comments blow me away. But again, I appreciate you. I will get on your website and contact you. Thank you so much. It's just gailcrowder.com. And you guys have an amazing, amazing night. If you need me, you guys know how to find me. Oh, one last thing, you guys, I am still casting for my television show that's going to take this fall, called Dr. Gail on Love, Sex, and Marriage. If you want to be a part of it, please, please, please. There's a video here, a video on my YouTube channel. Click on that. There's a link to fill out the form, and then also there's one on my Facebook channel as well. Please, I'm looking for at least 3 couples to one or two to feature virtually, and one to feature live on my show, if you're in the DMV area. But if you're not in the DMV area and you want to be part of the virtual show, please let me know. I would appreciate it. And I don't want anybody on there just want to be seen. I want couples that really want help when it comes to intimacy, love, and amazing sex. Okay. I love you guys to pieces. I am here every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you guys next week. I surely will see you guys next week. If there's no more questions, there's no more questions.